ShinRobjira.
Today we are going to be talking about the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong Antarctic Kong with Osprey figure. I was very surprised walking into my Walmart today to find a fully stocked toy aisle and to find a fully stocked toy aisle with Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Classic line stuff from Playmates. Previously I was told that my Walmart wouldn't be carrying that anymore. The tags all disappeared from the shelves. It was a really depressing moment, and I came across a Walmart employee last week as I was searching for things, and they alerted me that yeah, they'd be getting a shipment of this in and the aliens and a few other things. I unfortunately missed the aliens and a few other things that I was looking for, but I managed Snowy Monke. And yeah, he is a very basic repaint, as basic as they come, although I would say he's definitely better than Easter Colors Kong, Hong Kong Battle Kong. So let's take a closer look at this box and then we'll take a look at the figure, huh? So it's a very basic and standard layout for the GVK Playmate stuff. The Blockbuster box is gone, but battle damage reveal, Antarctic Kong with Osprey, that same stuff on the sides over here. But on the back, you know, we get a nice little promo image of Snowy Monke. But we look a little bit further down and we can see another figure that's coming out very soon, hopefully. And that's Battle Mechagodzilla with Proton Scream, aka this thingy, but red. They really didn't change anything. But yeah, Musical Addict Lizard, Vaporwave Monkey, Screaming Lizard, Screaming Tin Can, Skullcrawler, Warbit. Now, let's get this guy out of the box. But before we do that, I just wanted to ask, does anybody have a Hong Kong Battle Kong that looks like this? With the purple and the blue on the legs and a little bit on the top of the head? If anybody does, please let me know, because I want to know if this is just for the promo images on the back of the box, or if this is an actual thing that's happening. Alright, let's just slide the...
Balloon Sneepy time. Oh, Snee. Ein Sneep. Control Sneep. Balloon is a Hunden. Pill und Pill. Balloon Sneep finished.
Ah, Snow Kong! Let's get to it! Alright, so we get Snowy Kong, we get Snowy Swedish Fish, and we get a white version of the Osprey! And yes, this white one looks exactly like the gray one. They are entirely the same, just different colors. Although I must say, I like the way the white one looks more than the gray one. Shut up. And what can I say about this? It's Monkey Chunk with snowy dandruff, yes. Before we put his chunk back in his arm, it looks rather red. I'm pretty sure they've all been red like that, but this looks glossier, does it not? And it looks like we've got some red Sperry's over here, which I'm not upset about, honestly. I'm okay with that, yeah. Now let's just make our new Coom Kong.
Yeah, I said it.
Whole. There we go. Here we have him, Snowy Kong, and he's essentially Kong with fighter jet, just covered in white. A basic repaint, yes, but they actually went above and beyond with this, even though they're just spraying new paint on its back. Something I wish Easter Boy over here had a little bit more of. It's like, yeah, that's nice, yeah, that's nice, yeah, that's nice. But you leave the back blank? Yeah, I understand we're talking about a lighting effect here, but who cares if it looks realistic? It's a kid's toy. This is just prime stuff right here, man. Look at all of those snowy particles, yes. Yes, I'm sure many people will continue to joke that this isn't snow. But at the end of the day, it does look good. He's even got it on his monkey cheeks. And to be completely honest, I'm surprised we got so much of this snowy, spackly paint. Like, yeah, the back was one thing. We knew that. But on the side of the head over here, even on the front, and the opposing side, and the top, and on the monkey titties, yeah, it's not an SH Monster Arts paint job, but still, it's more than I was expecting. And we got so much of it on the arms as well. I mean, look at all of that not on the opposite side, okay? Yeah! And I'm honestly surprised we got as much of that on the arms as well, even on the joint over here. Granted, it won't be on the opposite side, and the snow is almost not present on the inside of the arm, which honestly makes sense. But the fact that we even got a whole bunch of it on Kong's hands as well, and parts of his forearms over here. It all makes sense. He's using his hands and his arms to walk around and such. They would be covered in snow. And yes, the hands are mostly covered, and if you open up the hand a little bit, you can see more snowy spackle there on both sides. Monkey joke. And you're essentially going to get the same amount of snowy spackle on both arms. This one has a little bit more on the inside though, so there I am being wrong again. But you will get a bunch of it towards the hand and the forearm, more so there than anywhere else on the arms. Now, the other place we get a lot of it is on the legs, and it is a little bit more noticeably painted on when it comes to the legs when you just bend Kong's knees out and everything. But, you know, get them nice and straight, and it won't break the illusion too bad. At all, really. T-posing snowy monkey! Yeah, you won't get too much on the back of the legs, but the more you turn them around and you look at them, you'll see more of that white snowy spackle. It is really, really nice. I would have loved to see more on the back of the figure, because, I mean, they went all out with the literal back of it. It would have been nice to see more over here, but it's a toy for 3- and 4-year-olds, right? Something like that? Yeah, ages 4 and up. So yeah, this is now the third version of the fighter jet Kong that we've received, and it's nice to see that there is some major variety between all of them. This guy's got the darker dry brushing on him that looks more like a wash than a dry brushing. This guy lacks that entirely, but has the blue and pinks and purples all over him, and this guy's just covered in white spackle. In fact, I would even go as far to say that the scarring on his monkey titties and chest is a little bit lighter than this one, but not as light as that one, so there is some major variety there. That might be the only thing that is a major variety, but it's still there. You see what I'm saying, right? This is a bit on the fadey, more darker side. This one is still fadey, but still a bit brighter. But nowhere near as bright as it is on Easter Arms Kong. Speaking of which, the orange for the eyes seems a lot less brighter with this Kong. Oh yeah, definitely a lot less brighter. These two look about the same though. Huh. Interesting. They might be minor differences, but it's nice to see differences, well, at all when it comes to these figures, especially in the paint. So I gotta commend Playmates there for sure. Tactless and not all that creative repaint, yes, but it's still competently painted and it still looks great, and it even has variation from the other two versions of this exact same mold. So even though it's just a bunch of white spackle, I am going to have to give the paint on this thing a solid star. It looks really, really cool. And we've seen it a bunch of times before, but the detail on this thing is just as good as it is on the other versions, so that's gonna get a solid star as well. And now let's move into articulation. Like his monkey brethren, you can go all the way around at the head, all the way around at the shoulder, flapping motion at the shoulder, bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, and a swivel at the wrist. Obviously, same for the other side. Legs can move all the way around at the thighs. They can kick up about that far and back about that far. A little stiff. Knees can bend this far in and that far out. Yet again, looking rather painful. Snowy monkey cheeks. Again, everything we got with the last two, we are getting with this one. And no, the little doilies still can't spin. Solid X for the Osprey still not being articulated. Is it Osprey or Osprey? Osprey Brianna. Yeah. So articulation is going to get another solid star. It's the exact same thing that we've been getting, just with white spackle all over him. So with his white spackly paint, is Antarctic Kong worth it? Well, yes and no. I mean, it's not a bad figure in the slightest, but it's also something that you could definitely skimp out on unless you are a GVK completionist. The base paint is the same, the articulation is the same, the detail is the same. We've seen this a bunch of times already. You really don't need to go all out in finding this. Wait for him to show up at your local Walmart, and I assure you, you will be festively pleased. And that's about going to wrap it up for me. I apologize if the layout of this video was a bit messier as to what I've been doing recently. I completely forgot to really devise a way to handle this stuff with boxed figures that I clearly need to have a little bit of a freak out moment with. I'll try and perfect that for the next one. But anyway, I will likely be seeing you all tomorrow and the following day, as I have a package from HLJ on the way with a whole bunch of new goodies that we can all enjoy together. I have been ShinRobjira. Thank you, patrons. Check out my social media. Check out my merch stuff. That's about it. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, life day, it's a day, goodbye, snowy monkey, monkey cheeks.